Another TED Talk tip, another TED Talk tip was parallels between you and the audience. So I mentioned this when I said, when you're talking about anecdotes, you don't want to talk about the part where your life is perfect because most people's lives aren't perfect and that's not relatable. What is relatable though is struggle. Everybody struggles. Maybe not the same struggle, but I've had bad days, I've had times, dark times, depression, all those things, and so has everybody else. Those kinds of things are relatable. Everybody has problems. Everybody's looking for ways to improve their situation. So, stories about self improving, about the journey, about the path towards success, those are really positive and enlightening things. And people are selfish and they want to hear the answer. And if you have an answer, they want to hear it and then they want to try it and they want to succeed, right? So, on some level, you have to use that, knowing that people are like that. You have to use it for your advantage to get them to listen to what you're saying. So structure your story so that it's a journey, the path is difficult, the success, what you win is big and rewarding, and people will follow that story. That's a great story. Okay? Body language. We talked about body language. We talked about using how to use it, when to use it, what kind of body language. So you can go back and watch that lesson if you need. They talked about breaking the ice. Breaking the ice is not something we talked about, but I think it's important. One of the ways to break the ice is to talk to your audience. I've mentioned it a few times now, even in this lesson. But other icebreakers can be a joke, can be an anecdote. Those are all ways of kind of saying, we're not in the meat of the information, but a preparation, an introduction is an icebreaker, right? When you're meeting people for the first time, a good icebreaker are questions like, oh, hi, how are you? What do you do? Oh, that sounds interesting. Why don't you tell me more about that? Those kinds of questions are all there to make the other person feel like talking to you, make the other person feel more comfortable. Okay, so those are all about TED Talks. I've got one more tip for how to make a great TED Talks, and that is the structure of what people do, how they do it, and why they do it. A lot of TED Talks are structured that way, where they tell you what people are doing, they explain to you how they do it, and then they explain to you why they do it. You can use that structure if there's a problem. You can use that structure even if it's a success. If you want to hear more about it, I suggest watching the TED Talks that are listed below the video in the comments, in the information below the video, whatever that section is called. The reason that I did this last lesson and I'm doing it a little bit quicker is because it's a summary lesson. We've talked about almost all of these things. The homework will review any parts we may not have talked about, such as icebreakers. And in general, I want you to feel like you have reached the final section of something. You have graduated from listener to participant. At this point, if you haven't made a video at all throughout the seminar, please, 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 this is the moment to do so. You can go back, you can find any of the suggestions. The homework has some suggestions for videos. Tell an anecdote, tell a story, do a presentation practice, do a pausing practice, tell a story about some strange food you ate, a great movie you saw, a great book you read. Talk to me about anything. Just do it in the presenting style, do it as a practice run, practice the pausing, practice the gestures, practice whatever it is you feel like you need to practice. Really important that you take 1, 2, 3 minutes to record yourself, post it. If you don't feel comfortable posting it, on the worksheets at the very top, my email is there. You could just email it to me, email me a link, and I'll watch it and I'll give you comments if you want comments. If you don't want comments, just write no comments needed. That's fine too. I'll just watch your practice. In general, I hope that after watching this, you sign up for the TED Talks and you go give a TED Talk. That would be amazing if you went from an absolute, I don't know how to do presentations, you followed the course, you did all the practice runs, you've recorded yourself several times telling several stories, and then you take whatever you're really good at and you do a TED Talk. If you do that, please let me know. That would be an amazing, amazing success story. I would be so honored that you got something so great out of this seminar. If you know somebody who could use presentation prep work, presentation practice, please send them a link to my seminar so that they can use it. All I ask is that you tell somebody, right? Do the homework if you have any questions, if I've made a mistake, if something just seems strange to you, send me an email or leave a comment in the comment below section. All right, guys, this has been a wonderful experience for me. It's been a lot of work, but I think it's worth it, and I hope that I've encouraged you enough so that you also do the work. Remember to try, make mistakes, and keep going. Those are the 3 rules, and I hope you'll follow them and succeed. I'm sure you will. All right. I'm thinking of doing another course after this, short stories or SAT, GRE test prep vocabulary thing. If you have a suggestion, if you think that's great or you think that's terrible, let me know. I'm open to hear from people. And all right, good luck, guys. Have a great presentation, public speaking event, and a little tearful about saying goodbye.